Buy me, you know you want to buy me. Friends, how are you doing? It's Saturday, it's the weekend. What a week in the market. We start off hot and we ended low, but we ended in opportunity zone too. So, focusing on Palantir here, let's talk about what we've seen take place here bit by bit. And, a lot of people are asking the question, should I buy Palantir? Is this the low? And to me, that's the more interesting part about all this. We know, listen, I'm just going to go and tell you in the beginning right here. Long term, we know Palantir is going to be just fine. I expect Palantir to fully recover and more here within the next, 30, 40 days. I 100%, obviously. The thing is right now, what I'm more interested in seeing right now with Palantir is how low can Palantir go? How long can this bleed continue? How low can this go? So here's the thing. This has been the third dump in the market this year. And this was the worst one so far. So, obviously we had the tariff dump. The market freaked out at first, then immediately just the market came right back even bigger. Okay. Then 2 weeks ago, we had the DeepSeek news be released, and every AI stock, chip stocks especially, what did they do? They flipped out in massive sell-off. Even Palantir, everything took a little bit of damage, the whole market. Okay, well, what happened? 24, 48 hours later, get my click. The market came back. It just came back immediately, even bigger. Okay. Now we've had, the situation happen here where mid of the week, it was released news that, we were slashing Defense Department over the next, 4 years, like 8% a year. But with a broad statement of just that, there was nothing more. There was no finite detail of, hey, we're cutting contracts with Palantir or this company. Nothing like that. We don't know what they're cutting. And obviously, this could have an effect where it makes more money, it puts more money into a pot for them to spend on maybe Palantir more, maybe Big Bear, other companies. So this could turn around to be something really good. This could have been a huge trap for people that got it, they just got scared and they sold off. So to me, I'm more impressed that Palantir is holding still this $100 position, which is still insane. This was a stock, 3 months ago, everyone was complaining and saying Palantir will never go to $100. There's no way. It's overpriced. The market cap ratio to stock price, it doesn't make any sense. And what they're making with their quarterlies. I get it. Now we're sitting here and arguing and going, it may not go to $90. I think it's going to hold $100. So, it's just changing. This has been the whole argument that I've been watching here. Many of us have been watching here with Palantir in the past, 2 years. With Palantir just moving so rapidly here as a stock, as a company, what's happening? To me, Palantir here is the triple horseman. Palantir not only has this very, it has this umbrella over it where it is FOMO, it's hype, it's in every investor is buying it. They're looking at it. They own one share, or they own 100 shares, 1,000 shares, whatever it be, it all adds up. So it's very much in this FOMO area. Okay, great. There's nothing wrong with that. FOMO will make you a lot of money. It will also lose you money, but in this situation with Palantir, it's just a continuation of, it's just chum in the water. The sharks, you can't get enough of it. They're running out here. Two, the next thing with that is that Palantir's backing it up right now. It's coming out with amazing quarterlies, and it looks like, yes, Dan Ives and all these other big, investors, these, analysts, are saying, Palantir's heading into $1 trillion market cap. This is continuing here, and it looks like that may be happening to where Palantir will be reporting $1 billion quarterlies here. Listen. It could be just 4 or 5 months from now where Palantir starts reporting $1 billion quarterlies. Once we see that, all right, there's going to be a different conversation at that point. It's just going to be a different conversation. And then, the triple decker thing here too is something that most companies don't have right now. Not all of them. There's a few, but one of the big things is you have Alex Karp and Palantir. Not that there's a separation, but there is this thing that let me break this down. I watched over the past 5-6 years. I've watched this with Tesla, and right now Tesla is like, this is the conversation with Tesla. So Tesla not only is this amazing company, and people have been saying this about Tesla for the last 10 years. It's overvalued. Even before it had its first stock split, it's overvalued. It's way too expensive, and there's a reason why you're having to pay to play with Tesla. Even before all this robotic talk, the taxi, all the stuff they're doing now. The thing is that it's the innovation. It's the pre of what's coming here with Tesla, and it's not only that. It's Elon. Elon is such a wild character, and he's always been that. Not just what's happening here now lately, but there's a lot going on there in that total package. Well, I see a lot of that in Palantir right now, where you have Alex Karp, who is this CEO who doesn't mind giving interviews, has no problem with it, which is fantastic because most CEOs we never hear from. They talk like maybe 3-4 times a year, if that. That's a lot right there. I mean, that's a lot. But Alex Karp has no problem coming out there and talking about Palantir, or just the whole industry, which is fantastic. So it's a very, makes investors feel good and comfortable. And with that too, you have Alex Karp, who is rubbing shoulders, with bumping shoulders, Elon, who's now in the White House and who has another huge, AI company, essentially, / EV company, all this stuff. And then on top of that, Palantir has all these contracts with the U.S. government, with the defense. So that's why it's like a triple decker of a stock right now, where all these things are going on with it, where, it's just it has all these other deals too, all these other big deals. So I don't look at what happened this week as terrible. I don't look at this week and I go, that I knew this was coming. It's going to reset back to a real price, and it's never going above $110 anytime soon. Friends, in the next 2 weeks, I would not be shocked if Palantir went right back to $120 or $130. Okay, the way this market is moving, we are seeing no signs at the moment of recession, of heavy pullback in the market. We're not seeing that. And this isn't just me here yapping my mouth. I mean, this is like everyone's saying this, from Tom Lee to all the big firms. I mean, they're all saying like, it's just another hiccup. Quarterlies are fantastic with all these companies. And it's the AI stocks. It's the tech stocks that are just killing it right now with quarterlies, and they are pushing the market. Apple, their last quarterly that they came out with was the biggest they've had, and their iPhone sales are down. How does that make sense? So there's this right now. It's like last year was big with chips. Last year was a big thing with chips. Okay. It still is, don't get me wrong. But now we're moving into, it's more software driven, more of what Palantir's offering, hence Big Bear too. And that's why Big Bear is getting a lot of attention. And I truly believe will continue into the rest of the year, we'll get attention. But Palantir here is in this moment where I truly believe that it's at $100 right now. Monday, Tuesday morning, it's going to open up here in the market. And guess what? People are going to buy it. They're going to buy it. They're going to buy it at 90. They're going to buy it at 100. They were buying it at almost 130 just 3 days ago. They're going to buy it at $100. There's no doubt about it, okay? We've already seen people's hands at this point. We know they're going to buy it at these prices. So if you think people are going, Palantir is just too expensive, I would beg to differ that Palantir is on sale and not too expensive. So I don't, listen, you don't want to be naive to the market and think that the market's going to continue to sell off. Could the market have, a few more just slouch days here? Yeah, of course. But two, I believe that the market, from what we've seen so far, is going to pick right back up. To me, the DeepSeek and the tariff situations were a lot worse than what just happened here with this whole government budget defense thing, because we don't know the minute they haven't even started. So when they do start this government defense budget thing, it's not like they're going to look at like things like Palantir and they're going to be like, listen, Palantir, we appreciate what you did, but we're going to have to, we're not going to give you as much money if we redo your contract. That's not what's being said. They're looking for places to take money away. Look at all the dumb stuff that's been found with Doge so far. That's what they're doing with defense 100% right now. So I think this is a better thing than what people think it really is right now. I truly believe that. So that, that's why you're seeing everyone saying that Palantir is going to 200, it's going to 300, 400, 500. Do I truly believe that? Yeah, I truly believe within a very short time frame in this year and maybe next year, we're going to be talking about Palantir potentially, listen, once we start getting into these billion-dollar quarterlies, which we're pretty sure we're about to see here with Palantir, if they keep with this 30-40% gain on top of each quarterly, which they need to keep doing, and from what we're seeing, they're going to do that. Palantir is going to be a very real topic of a conversation piece will be happening to where, okay, we actually might see a stock split with this company in our lifetime within the next, with the lifetime of Trump being president here, where AI stocks, I truly believe, are going to have an amazing next 4 years. And two, we know, Trump he came out here a month ago and said he's gonna invest $500 billion in AI stocks. So this is the thing. All the AI stocks are feeding off of each other. Investors want AI stocks. A statistic just came out last week where it said for the first time in a history, there are more people investing in the stock market than ever before. I truly believe that fundamentally this is the golden age of investing right now. We are literally living in a time of the gold rush of investing 100%. I mean, there's so many companies out here that are just finding new business, finding new technology, finding a new stream of revenue and bringing it, they just can't make enough of it. I mean, it's like tech stocks have become Ozempic essentially, where everyone just freaking wants it and needs it. And there's such a high demand for it with these now countries fighting for the best technology, the best defense, all this stuff. And we as the investors, we get to put our money in this and take the rewards. It's such a wild and amazing opportunity for investors right now, 100%. It's like, look at Tempest right here. Tempest, I've been saying that Tempest, I believe, is going to go to $100. I mean, I'm not the only one out here yapping my mouth about that, but I still believe that. I still believe that Tempest is probably going to rebound here back to around, like a $75 position, and it'll start chipping away at that 70 again, going to an 80, and we're going to break into 90 here. Because I have no doubt that the market will start to punch up again here into, another week from now. Trump is going to give his State of the Union speech, and this isn't me trying to promote Trump. So for all the people that can't stand Trump in here, I know this is going to riddle this is going to make your bones screech here, but listen, I have no doubt that Trump is going to go into that State of the Union and talk about, AI, the stock market in general, but AI, just pumping up the stock market, pumping up the, American system, and the stock market will probably bounce off of that. So it will be another, push of just steroids in the market here. So if we don't see recovery this week too strong in the market, I suspect the first week in March we will see something like that take place. So, the sad part about a lot of this is right now, Tempest is such a good example that, it's a stock that it's running completely off hype and FOMO. Okay, and I like Tempest as a company, but it's obviously it's people are buying it because of Nancy and what she's bought it, and there's secrets around it, and we don't know how high it can go, how high it can be pushed, and it's already surpassed what people even thought it was going to go to, but I think it's going to get even crazier here. But it's such a telling situation of, we are in such a feeding frenzy with investors, with, just day-to-day investors, big investors, analyst firms, but the retail investor is just hot right now. I mean, people are buying stocks. They're looking for entry points. Not that I am at this point, but, I would take a wild gamble that Tempest is probably, like I said, going to move to $75 position. And then, you buy it at 68, boom, goes to 75, sell that. you made a profit. That's probably more than likely what's going to happen here with the market opening back up. For anywhere that could happen from Monday to a Wednesday. I don't believe that this market is going to continue to sell. I mean, something drastic would have to happen. Okay, my fear is that people will miss this moment. I think that people are going to wake up one day this week and they're going to be like, when did Palantir go back to $110? Like, oh my God. That more than likely is going to be a conversation piece that, we're having here very soon. So listen, I just want to see people do well in the market. I really want to see people do well in the market, and this was such a telltale sign for people right now, to where how people looked at this. This either scared you or this encouraged you to say, this is my moment. This is the moment. This is a blessing in disguise. I'm going to move in right now. I'm moving in right now. Even if Palantir sells off a little more, I'm in a good position because I know it can touch this. I know it can touch that. I know people are okay with buying it at 120. So let that go through your mind there for a moment, okay? If you're buying Palantir at $100, there's someone else that's okay with buying it at 105, 110, 115, 20, 25, 30, and probably days, weeks from now, maybe a month, they're okay with buying it at 140. That's the God's honest truth of what's happening right now. So don't kid yourself that, even like Big Bear, Big Bear now, here's what I know to be true with the Big Bear. Okay. I still think Big Bear is a complete wild card of 2025. And I'm someone who has a lot invested in Big Bear. Okay. So I'm not sitting here trying to say bad things about it. This isn't me being bearish on it. I love Big Bear. I want Big Bear to work. I think Big Bear will have a really good year here if it continues to do what it's doing. But it is a wild card at the moment, until they can seal up some more deals here, which we're hoping for. But Big Bear, I know a lot of you sold at $9, $10, almost $11 where it touched here just a week ago. I know a lot of you were looking for a new entry point. Okay, well, is this the low now for Big Bear? Is this the new low? Is this the damage that we're seeing? If this is damage, I think this is great. We're just under $7. Is this the new low for Big Bear? Potentially, maybe, but this could be the new jumping start for Big Bear right now, and that's a very wow moment. That's a very wow moment because that stock 3 weeks ago was struggling to keep $4. Okay, that's a lot of profit to come all the way down, make a new entry point, and put all that back in it, dude. That's how you become rich in the market. That's how you become rich in the market. Friends, I'm excited. Be encouraged. So friends, I will talk to you soon. Take care of yourself. And thank you so much for listening. I really do appreciate it. I don't know. I really sometimes wonder why anybody listens to me. But I guess I'm just honest. Maybe that's what it is. Bye everyone.